Alright guys, welcome to Starbuck, Minnesota, where I have ventured all the way from the Midwest state of Ohio to create our own little lawn care company. Now, I moved here because times were getting hard back in the great state of Ohio, and I was told that not only would we be able to have a great lawn care company up here in Minnesota, but they also get a lot of snow, which would allow us to get a lot of business for snow removal, which I haven't done much of. We don't get a lot of snow down in Ohio. I mean, we get maybe an average of like 18, 20 inches a year. But I heard up here that you can get that in like one snowstorm, which would be great. But I just got here. It's been a long drive. We got our trailer connected to the back of us. We have a lawnmower back there. And my goal here in Starbuck, which if you're wondering why I picked this little town, I was given a heads up that this town was falling on hard times and that this would be a great place to maybe start a landscape business that would help maybe help the little town get back on its feet. It seemed like they were in the process of expanding their town. And something happened here. But there's the great water tower of Starbuck. As you can see over here on the left, I'll take you over here. I've already driven through town once, but I'm coming back again because they just let out schools. There was a bunch of school buses, as you can see. But it looks like at one time they were getting ready to expand their little housing area over to here. And we have a bunch of fields over here on our right. It just keeps on rolling back, and there's a nice forest area here on the west side of town. But yeah, it looks like and I used to be in the home building industry many years ago, so I saw this and I was kind of interested in maybe we could get some houses built in due time. Now, I don't have a lot of money, unfortunately. I only got $20,000 to my name, and I don't want to spend a lot of time wasting our money here. It did cost me quite a bit of money to just even get here. But it looks like the houses, there's 3 here on this street. I'm just looking around to see, we got to get a gauge for our business, right? Just want to get a gauge for what we might be able to get here in this town, maybe per day. But there are quite a bit of houses here. Now, we won't be able to mow any grass until the spring, but I do kind of want to get some invoices out, or not invoices, but some flyers out. Yeah, it'd be nice to get some invoices out right away. I'm going to get some flyers out just to introduce myself, just let everybody know I'm in town, and we'd like to get a chance to mow their grass. It does look like they have a sidewalk in some places. You can see here on the right. Yeah, they got sidewalks. All right, so they got sidewalks on the main street, but not back in the back here. But there are quite a bit of houses here in this little tiny housing development right here, which is nice. And my goal is to stop around and hand out some flyers, just let people know that I'll be here in the springtime for them. There is some snow expected. As you can see, it's starting to fall right now. All right, let's go down this little side road here as the snow starts to fall a little bit harder here. Well, it says on my weather app that we're not going to get too much snow. But yeah, I wanted to drive through this little neighborhood and see what we had going on here. It looks like the houses are pretty nice houses. They got nice landscaping. They don't have a lot of landscaping, which is good. Not a lot of trees. There's a lot of old trees. And one of my things was I'd like to eventually, if possible, find some land here. I don't want to get into the farming aspect right away. Man, look at this traffic. This school is getting released. But I wanted to get into maybe a landscape company where we could go around and landscape some of the houses. Maybe start growing some trees, that we can sell some trees and some shrubs and stuff. Let's go ahead and drive down here. I saw a couple more houses down here, which are kind of nice. Here's one on the corner, and there are a couple businesses here that we could get maybe some contracts with. But yeah, I mean, the houses are nice. And we can hit these houses pretty quickly. That's a really nice car. And there is a lot of open land. Now, I did see I'm going to turn here. I want to go back up north a little bit. I did see a house that was, it looked abandoned. And, was it down that, no, it's not down that street. Let's see. Here's the shop right here. We might have to hit up the shop. Yeah, there, I think it's, is it down, it might be down this street. Let's go down this street a little bit and see. I was hoping that there was a hotel in the town, but there is not a hotel. So we are going to have to, on the way into town, there's like a little port, like a little lake area. And it was like a little campground, so we might have to set something up there. Now, I don't have anything. All I have is, you know, we have our trailer behind us, which you can't see, but you can see it in my mirror. We have a trailer behind us. Now, we could just pop a sleeping bag in there and like a little mini heater. But we might see if anybody's got some stored RVs or something that we might be able to use, and we'll just plug it in and pay the guy. And here's the abandoned house up here. And it's pretty overgrown. Let's get out and take a look. It's a nice little house. I mean, it's right at the end of the street. They didn't complete the road here, so it's kind of a sandy, muddy mess. But it is I mean, it's a nice house. It got a nice driveway. It got a fence line here. It does have a rear access here, which would be nice. Looks like someone's been here and taken off through the field, or they took the wrong turn, came this way and backed out. I don't know. I mean, if they backed out, their car should still be here. But anyways, it's kind of overgrown. We could definitely find out who owns this. Maybe take care of it for them. Maybe the person passed away or something like that. That always happens. Or maybe they fell on hard times and the bank just repossessed it and it just sits here until the bank can get enough money to pay somebody to do it. I'd love to do those kind of jobs. You make some good money off of those jobs. All right, let's head back into the way that we came. I haven't explored very much of the town. I know that there is some stuff up that way. There's some factories up that way, and there are some factories that are out to the east, which is down that direction. And we'll just have to explore those in a little bit. I don't want to be out too much longer. They say when it starts to snow here, when it snows, it snows. Like, it comes down pretty hard, pretty quick. So I don't want to get stuck out into this, and I don't really have any of the equipment to do snow. I didn't bring any with me. I sold it on when we decided to move up here. But I do want to go down here and check out and see what this guy has available in this little campgrounds as we came in. It's a beautiful sunset. Beautiful sunset. There's the BGA over here to our right. If we ever got a bunch of grass clippings or anything, we'd probably take all the grass clippings there and get rid of it. Alright, here's this place here. There's a big river that flows right into town. And this is kind of like the little inlet part of it. People can park their boats and stuff here. And a guy lives in that one that owns this place. And I had to stop in here before we came in. Ate some lunch. But all I saw was cars. So I don't know if these people just decided to leave their cars here or what the deal is. But if it snows, I'd hate to leave my car here and have it always stuck in all the snow, you know? So there's the lake. It's the inlet right there. It comes in and then meets our place. And there's a couple places here. There's a place there on the right for an RV. There's another place right there. And then I saw this cool little camper that's sitting down here. And there's nobody there. I thought maybe this person here was staying here. But yeah, so I'm going to go up here and talk to this guy and see if we can... who owns that, if anybody. And then we'll get set up here. Yeah, I was wondering how much you would charge to let me stay in your little camper over there.
Well, it's an old one that I've had for years, but you're more than welcome to use it. Let's say $150 per month, and we can work out something later if you plan to stay longer.
All right, that sounds pretty fair. What do you guys do around here for snow removal? Do you have somebody that takes care of the lot here and the cars? It's kind of odd that you have cars left here during the snowing time.
We don't have very many people in town that have the right equipment for snow removal and lawn care, so feel free to shoot me a quote and I'll take a look at it.
All right, that's pretty cool. Well, I'll work up an invoice, and hopefully we can come to an agreement. Maybe we can come to some kind of an arrangement where I take care of your snow and your grass, and you let me live in your camper there for a little bit. I don't plan on being in it for too long. I'm pretty new, and I'd like to, find a house and stuff here in town. But it seems like a really good town.
That sounds like a plan. Like I said, it's an old camper that needs some work, but I think we can come to some type of an agreement for sure.
All right, well, I really appreciate it. I'm just going to go ahead and back up back there, and I might have to clean that up a little bit. And I need to go to the grocery store and stuff to get some stuff. But, yeah, I really appreciate it. It's nice meeting you.
Was nice meeting you as well, and good luck out there.
All right, so we got an agreement going on here where I get to, stay in his camper. Now, right now I'm going to pay him for it, but I'm trying to get, I got to write something up that's, to be fair, we got to write something up. But he does own all of this property. He owns all of this property. He owns this little fishing pond over here, which is kind of cool. And then all these trees here. It'd be nice if we could kind of expand this for him and to get more camping. And I think it'd make him quite a bit of money. But, I don't know how many people come up here to camp, but it seems like a really nice area. It really does. So we're going to go ahead and go back here. I told him I was just going to park back here, so we're just going to park back here. And then for the snow remove, I mean, it is February. He did mention to me that it's the snow does come in until late March into April. So I'm just going to park here in the grass. I don't think he'll mind. All right, so we're going to park here. I'll show you guys what I got here. So let's go back out here to the... I'll show you what we got loaded in the back of the trailer here. So this is my lawnmower that I brought with me. It's a really nice riding lawnmower. I even got a license plate for it. When I was in town earlier, I forgot to show you guys, but I stopped at the local BMV and got us a license plate, which is nice. I even got one for the truck, which is cool. So we are officially Minnesotans. I guess that's what you'd call us, or Starbuckians. But yeah, that's our riding lawnmower. Now, like I said, I could stay in here and, we could get a little heater or something in there, but I don't think that that's needed. But that's our vehicle that's going to give us all our money. So hopefully it makes us a lot of money. So I'm going to go in here and clean up a little bit and get myself at home, and I will. It's already about almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun does go down pretty early here in Minnesota. And it is starting to get cold, and the snow prediction is actually going up. But I got the phone number for the shop there in town, and they did not have. There's a vehicle that I'd like to at least rent, but we'll have to see how much snow they get. But there's a vehicle that we had back in Ohio that you could drive around, and it literally deleted the snow using like a heat coil. So you didn't really have to blow the snow anywhere. So you didn't have to worry about it, like blowing on the cars or houses or buildings. It just basically deleted the snow, which was kind of nice. So if we need that, I want to see if they're able to get it. If they're not able to get it, they're going to have to order it. So hopefully they can order it pretty quickly. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go in here and get cleaned up and get situated. Bring you guys back. All right, well, a couple days passed. We're actually into the beginning of March. We did get quite a bit of snow the past couple of days, and it has piled up here. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I do want to run into town. They were able to get the machine that I asked for. So we're going to go. I'm just going to leave my trailer here. Let's go ahead and unhook us. All right, we're going to drive into town. Man, this snow is thick. So I talked to the mayor, which is a nice lady to talk to, and told her that I would give her a quote to do the sidewalks in town. And I'm still waiting for a reply back, but she did seem interested in us doing some good work for the town. There is nobody in town that does the lawn care or snow removal, which is pretty nice for us. They usually let their own employees mow the grass. How about that? So we're going to go up here. No. The road is kind of slippery. And school is in session, so their spring break is towards the end of the month. Wouldn't you hate to be on a spring break and there's like a foot of snow on the ground? It'd be horrible. But the forecast for today is actually pretty warm, so I don't know if most of the snow is going to melt or not, but I did want to get in here and see if we could get this vehicle and see how much they're going to charge us for it. So let's go in here into the dealership. All right, so how much are they going to charge us for this vehicle? So our vehicle that we're looking for is called the Bobcat Toolcat, but I do not want to buy it, so we're just going to lease it. So let's lease it. It's going to cost us $826. That should be enough to do the whole town. I quoted her $2,500, so we would make a little bit of money. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I do need to get the attachment that goes along with it, which is a snow attachment. It's right here. So this is the snow attachment. Now I know it shows that it has a pipe here, but we don't really need the pipe. So that's it there. Let's go ahead and get the higher working speed. Not that we're going to be going too fast, but I don't want to waste a lot of time. So as long as we get this back within the hour, I think we'll be fine, right? So let's go ahead and click yes on that. Both of these are inside. Should be available for us right now. So this is it. So I used to use one of these back in. They can put personalized license plates on it. How cool is that? All right. I used to use one of these back in Ohio. And as you guys can see, there's a blade there that if you want to use it, you can. But it has a heating coil inside of it. Basically just melts the snow as it touches the snow, which is kind of cool. So let's go ahead and grab this. All right, and let's lift that up and then tilt it and lift it down. Here we go. And then let me make a call real quick and see if the mayor's good with us doing all the sidewalks. All right, well, let's get started. So I know that there is a sidewalk that is right about here. All right, so we're just going to grab this right here. I just want to make sure we line it up with the sidewalk. Yeah, there we go. Oh, geez. That's just, that's part of the exhaust, the vapor. Here we go. I know it looks like snow coming out, but it's not. It's not. So this is just going to melt the snow. It's mostly water coming out. All right, let's just go here. I want to make sure we don't hit any people. So she said go ahead and do all the city walks, and then if we're interested, do the walks that are over there in the neighborhood. So we'll go over there and see. It's hard to see where the sidewalks are. We'll have to drive over there and see. But some of them had it, some of them didn't. So I want to make sure that we don't miss any. All right, if you look in the mirror, we're getting a nice clean sidewalk here for them. And there are a lot of people that are walking, so I want to make sure we don't hit that stop sign. I want to get... I don't want to get billed for a broken stop sign. All right, let's go. Make sure there's nobody coming. There's not, so... Is there anybody coming across town here? Oh, there's a school bus. We'll wait on the school bus. So it is 8:15 in the morning. It's usually when the kids go to school. Usually causes a lot of traffic because they have to stop at all the corners. You can see all the line of traffic here. They do need to get some street lights up. That'd be something that I would definitely like to see in this town. There's hardly any street lights. Everything's stop signs. It has a lot of traffic for those buses. Good grief. All right, let's go ahead and cut across the street. Excuse me, sir. All right, I think that there's a sidewalk here. It looks like there might be. We'll go ahead and is this creating a sidewalk? I really can't see. Here, let's get out and look. Yep, there's a sidewalk here. Cool. Let's continue our way through. All right, let's keep going. I'm just going to hug the curb here. And that will give us a nice clean cut. Yeah, that gives us a nice clean cut. And it gets it off in case it snows again and the city comes through. Or the employees. They do. So this is actually a township. So they do get on their main roads. They do use the county comes in and takes care of the roads. But as far as personal parking lots and stuff like that, it's handled by the employees. All right, we still have a sidewalk here, right? So I'm just going to go around this little trash can right here. Hopefully they can get their trash cans. All right, I don't want to get on this guy's property because this is not part of the city's property. All right, this is down here though. So let's go down here to the end. So we might have to go and knock on their door and see if they ever want some service done, but we're just doing the city's property. Now the city does own the baseball field. All right, there we go. Let's get this. They got a little bit of the sidewalk as free, but not all of it. But yeah, you can see how this thing just melts it. It heats it up to about 300 degrees and just turns it into water. So basically it's raining on top of me right now. Now the other thing that we could do, you know what, it'd be interesting. I wouldn't mind buying this thing. This would probably fit in our trailer. Look, we already got people walking. They're already happy. Look at that. I did that. Honk honk. All right, let's go to here. All right, let's go across the street. Look, they're really happy that we did this. All right, we did get a little bit of snow there. All right, let's turn here. And let's see, this is, let's see, the cafe. This is a city-owned property here. This is an abandoned office building, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and clear this out. And then they do take care of the post office, so we need to go over and get the post office's sidewalks. Alright, the poor lady right there is just literally walking in like a foot of snow, so I'm going to go ahead and let her go by and we'll follow in behind her. Speaking of the post office, I need to make up some flyers for some invoices, so I'll have to do that here later this afternoon. I need to get flyers out to the neighbors. I don't really have a design yet of what I want it to be, but I think we're going to be billing, you know, probably $250, I think would be good for lawn mowing service per lawn. I know that sounds expensive, but we do a great job, and we actually do quite a bit of care. I don't know why this is like this, but we'll go ahead and take care of this for them as well. This is the local market, so I'm just going to do that much. Right, and then we're going to back ourselves up. We're going to do this side of the sidewalk. Now, usually what happens is the sidewalks are owned, all the sidewalks are public utilities, right? But if it's on a property, like a place over there where it's back behind the building, I'm not going to attempt it. So I'm just going to get up behind this car so they don't get stuck. Might be able to help them get out. And then let's go over here. And then we'll get alongside this business here. All the way to the corner. Good. And then I see a guy behind me walking. There's no traffic, right? No traffic. All right, so let's go back over here. There's a lot of snow over by these cars. So what I'm probably going to do get as close as I can to them. And then we're going to go around them. And then hopefully that'll allow them to maybe get out a little bit better. I'm actually going to drive up around the car. Whew, that was close, wasn't it? All right, let's go down here and do this one. Just enough. Hopefully we fit between there and the pole. We did. Good. And we'll just go out here. Now there's no sidewalk here, so. But we did get the sidewalk. Look at that. Nice and clean. Alright, got that. Alright, so their cars are going to be full of water. Nobody behind us? Nobody behind us. Cool. Alright, let's go back over here on this side. This is a museum, by the way. This is a train that used to go through town. And now they put it in a museum, which I thought was kind of cool. I like trains. Let's go around this pole. Good, alright. So we're doing pretty good. It's not taking us very long either. This thing just goes through snow like crazy. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's get through here. Alright, let's back up. I thought I saw a UPS truck coming, but they're all going north. Alright, got that. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be able to get through between the... Well, we might be able to get through between the car and the truck. Alright, we'll get this sidewalk, and I'm going to go up into the neighborhood and just see how many sidewalks are up there. I think it's just the one that goes down the main street. I don't think when we drove through earlier, I didn't see any sidewalks. Oh wait, you know, this guy here is going to go ahead and walk. Some people just don't want to move, you know. Some people just don't want to move. So, let's go ahead and get this. I think this goes all the way to the corner. There we go. Now the good thing is, for us, it snows a lot here in Minnesota. So because of that, this is something that we're probably going to do multiple times. So I don't know if there is... Let's go ahead and do like a little reveal here and see if there is a sidewalk. I'm not... Oh, there is a sidewalk. How about that? So let's go ahead and get up here on the... So it's way off the street though, isn't it? Yeah. So let's get around this stop sign. And then we'll just go right on down the street here. You can see in my mirror that we got it all cleaned. Alright, had to make sure there's nobody driving. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. There shouldn't be too many people home. Or too many people out. They're either at work or... No, I feel like... Okay, we're good. I felt like there... Oh man. Oh, man. Alright, so we just hit the stop sign. Yeah, we just hit the stop sign. Alright, that's okay. We'll let the city know. Or I'll come back later and fix it. I'll come back later. But that is a really bad ditch right there, isn't it? Alright, let's turn this on. It looks like this might go all the way to the, maybe the township line here, or the village line. This is a nice little property here too. You know, we got to keep our eye out for the properties. You know, this is the city line right here, so this is the end of the, it's the end of the road. Right. We did a really good job. Look at that. But yeah, we got to keep our eye out for properties that are here because, like I said, I do want to, you know, I do want to get into the landscape business. Any type of lawn care, any type of just maintenance, lawn maintenance, or, you know, mowing the lawn. Is there a sidewalk back here? It doesn't look like there is a sidewalk on this side of the street. It just is on the one side of the street. Okay. Tell you what, we'll go ahead and get the, we'll go ahead and do this side of the street because if they do, oh, there is a sidewalk there though. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that sidewalk. If they do get a bunch more snow, it's just going to keep piling up. It's going to keep piling up there on the side of the road, and that can become an issue later on for us because if it's too thick, I can't get through it. Now, this thing can get through a pretty good amount of snow, about this amount that you see on the ground. Just shooting water up into the sky. Now, is there a sidewalk on the other side of the street? I can't really tell. It doesn't appear that there is. I see them walking, but it looks like they're walking. Is there a sidewalk here? There is. How about that? No, there isn't. Oh, there is. There's a sidewalk that goes up that side of the street. Okay, so this is much more than what I had projected, so hopefully the mayor is okay with us charging her by the hour. Alright, so there is a road here. A little side road, and because it's not an emergency access route, they didn't plow it. So we're gonna go ahead and do it for them. And I'm just gonna bill her for the amount of time it took us to do this. So it's probably gonna be, you know, $200 or $300 to do this one street right here. So I'll just have to remember that this is here because it's an access road, but it's not because it's not part of the emergency road, which is the ones that the police and the fire and people use. It's not considered important, so they just didn't plow it. But we're going to take care of it for them. It's more money for us, right? Also been dropping off flyers. I took a little bit of time to go to the post office just to print out some pretty easy ones. You know, with AI now, you can just basically make flyers on the go. And for $100, I put on well, there's like the midday school kids, the ones that come home like from kindergarten. But I put on the flyers that we would do people's driveways for $100. So, and the good thing about us is that we're not going to pile snow anywhere on their property. We'll do the best that we can. But we'll get their driveways for them. So we'll have to see how many of these people actually call us back. But yeah, this little street here wasn't even part of the original quote. I had no idea this was here. I mean, I knew the road was here when we drove around earlier, but, you know, when it's under snow, you don't remember where roads are. You kind of, like, lose your frame of reference. But it's starting to get warmer out. I've noticed that the snow is actually starting to melt. So, I'll have to see how that goes. If it's melting a little bit, we might not have to do any more snow for the day. But right now, we're at $2,500 for all the sidewalks. I'm going to charge her $250 for the street. There is a parking lot that's down the street that I want to take care of, so we're going to go down there. I think it's down this road here. I did call her about it, and she said that that is a city parking lot for overflow. So we're going to go down here and take care of that little area there as well. I'm going to charge her $200 for that. So all in all, I'm probably going to bill her probably about $3,000 to do the whole town. I got most of the sidewalks. Like I said, I noticed down here when I was coming through on the sidewalk that there was some cars parked down here. You can see them down here on the right. It looks like there might be another little street there that we need to do, so we'll probably do that little section there as well. But I think for a day's work, $3,000 is pretty good. I mean, we're going to lose about you know, about $900 on leasing this equipment, but I would like to maybe look into getting this equipment. We'll just see if we're going to need it anymore for this season, though. But yeah, so this is basically, we'll just go back here until I see the grass, and we'll back up. This is the parking lot, apparently. So let me get this parking lot done. Alright, we did the best we could. I mean, the cars will be able to get out. I can't get in between these two little spaces here, but that's fine. You know, the one thing that we might want to look into is some kind of a pushing snowblower. I haven't seen one in the industry. That's for you know, for our use. I mean, they got some little battery charging type ones, but we need a big industrial one, so we might have to look into getting one of those. Like I said, we're going into spring. You know, for me, coming from Ohio, usually when we get into March, I mean, we've had a couple times when we've had snow in April, but usually when you get into March, you know, usually the birds are flying back and snow is not really that much on our radar. I mean, if we do get snow, it might be, you know, like a couple inches, but nothing like this. So if this is it, that's cool, but oh, we almost hit that lady. But if this is the amount of snow that they get on typical, next wintertime, we're going to be making a lot of money. And I think I'll adjust our prices and try to come up with a contract with the city that pays us pretty well for our work. I mean, this was quite a bit of work. It really was. I think I got most of it, though. It looks like we might have a sidewalk over here, so let's go ahead and get this one. It looks like we do have a sidewalk over there as well. This light pole is like right on the sidewalk, unfortunately. So let's see if we can get this. Well, one of the things that prevents the kids from going to school is when they can't walk to school. So if the sidewalks are all filled with snow, then they basically cancel school, which I know makes the kids happy. But parents don't get a day off, so if we can keep these roads nice... I didn't hit that stop sign, that's not ours. I don't know. If we can keep the roads nice and clean, that'll help the school system maintain its attendance. The kids won't have to stay home. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that or not. We'll try it. It's kind of shite. I don't want to hit that pole. There we go. We got it. Cool. All right, so we got that. That's all done. That street's all done. Let's go ahead and turn this thing off and kind of drive around here and see if there's anything else we can do. The people here are super friendly, by the way. Super friendly people here in Starbuck. We've got most of these done. That road's done. That's all done. I didn't get any calls to do anybody's driveways, so they're probably all thinking the same thing I am. It's probably going to melt anyways, so... But I just want to make sure that we did get everything. I don't want to submit an invoice and then find out that we missed a street, missed a sidewalk. You can kind of see here where the sidewalk ends. We got that street there's done. Looks like this street might have a sidewalk that we didn't get. Yep. All right. So let's go ahead and get this sidewalk, and I think that's going to be it. I think that's the last sidewalk of the neighborhood. But now we know, right? Now we know. And so the next time it snows, when we go to bill or invoice for our work, we can just do a one lump sum and we don't have to like send, you know, I don't like doing invoices where you give somebody a quote, like we gave her a quote for $2,500 and then it's like, well, but you know, we had $250 over here for the street and we had $200 over here for this, and then there was some sidewalks that we're going to build by the hour that were over here. You know, that's just, I don't like doing work that way. All right, I think that's it. Let's drive up here on this little area up here. I don't think there was any sidewalks in the neighborhood up here at all. I didn't see any curbs. Usually when you have sidewalks, you have curbs. None of these have curbs, but a lot of these people... Hopefully if it snows like this again and they do know that there's somebody in town that can take care of it for them. And we might, you know what, we could probably do is just come up with a yearly subscription fee where we do your lawn. We'll cut your lawn every month, and we will take care of your snow needs every month for X amount of dollars. That might be something we might want to look into. I think that would be a good idea. Instead of just waiting for it to snow, because it actually benefits us if they're on a subscription plan, because we know we're always going to get paid. We're always going to get paid. So yeah, there's no sidewalks or anything back here. I think we're good. So with that sidewalk and the parking lots, the extra streets, I don't think... I wonder if there's a sidewalk on the... I doubt that there's a sidewalk on this street. There might be, though. I see a sidewalk here, but it ends right here, so it doesn't turn the corner. Yeah, there's no sidewalk that goes down the main street. Okay, cool. I think all in all, we're probably looking at about $3,500 total. I think that's going to be a good price. We did the whole town. $3,500 to do the whole town, and then we'll just let her know that if it does snow again, now that we know what we're dealing with, it's probably going to be about $3,500 for every time we do this. And then for the residents, we'll just do $100. I wonder what's in that little area right there. I'm really curious if there's actually, you know, we'll have to wait till it stops snowing so we can see what's in that little area right there. Because the city does own that. Now, if all that place where that guy's walking is all asphalt or walking surface, we will want to make sure that we get that. I did leave this company here, Sell By. I did leave them a flyer, just letting them know that I'll take care of their sidewalks as well if they want us to. There was a guy out in the back there just taking a smoke watching us. Thought it was pretty cool that we weren't actually blowing snow, we're actually melting it. So yeah, I'm going to call the mayor here, and then we're going to find out if she needs any more work, and then I'll let her know that we'll come up with a formal proposal that they can put towards the front of the city commission to see if it's okay if we take care of their snow needs Now, this does not include their lawn needs. This is just the snow needs for right now. But I think it'll help them out quite a bit. So let me take care of that. Hello, Mayor. Yes, we are done with the whole entire town.
Oh, great. So glad you were able to help out the people of Starbuck.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was good. We got to meet a lot of people here in town. It's you got a really nice town here. We did take care of the parking lot and the little side street. And we did do the sidewalks over in the neighborhood. So all in all, I think we're probably going to be around $3,000 for the town and all the extra work. And just let me know if there's any issues with that. But we'll make a formal proposal that you can put in front of the city council and make sure that if they got any questions or something, we can come in and answer those. But and then I'll also, once it gets to springtime and we see how much grass and how much lawn care you guys need, I'll go ahead and do a proposal for that as well.
That sounds like a reasonable price for the amount of work done, and I'll make sure I get the proposal in front of the board at the next meeting.
All right, sounds good. I really appreciate it. And like I said, you guys got a great town here, and hopefully that I can become a part of the town. We did get personalized license plates, which is awesome. But yeah, and then also, if you ever, I saw a house that's up in the north that's kind of abandoned.
Oh, yes, that's the old Arnold estate. The husband passed away, and Mrs. Arnold couldn't afford to stay. Her children moved her out and pretty much foreclosed on the property. I'll check with our treasurer and see what is owed on the house, and will gladly let you know.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That happens every once in a while. And but if you could find out what the city would like to do with that house, I might be interested in the house itself. And then my goal here for the town is to grow a business, and hopefully that employs some people here in town and gets the city back on its feet.
By the way, are you on a highway?
Oh no, I'm standing out in front of the bank. So it seems like school just let out, so there's a bunch of traffic. But yeah, I'm not on a highway or anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have a growing school here, and the school buses do create a lot of traffic around here.
All right, well, it was a pleasure talking to you, and like I said, let me know what the city, if they have any questions, and then I'll go ahead and invoice you here. I gotta go back to the camper and get this all ready, but I'll send you an invoice, and I appreciate all your work.
Likewise, we really appreciate all the work you've done today. I look forward to working with you this spring.
All right, thank you. All right, so let's take this vehicle back. And we've had it, I think, longer than an hour, unfortunately. So, but Mayor's great. So we're going to go ahead and leave this here for them. But yeah, we do need to look into what it would cost to maybe finance this. We could go in and find out actually right now. Let's just go in. Actually, let's go back over here. We need to tell the guy here that it's here. We're supposed to let them know when it's here. So we'll go back over here and let them know that we're going to return these, or return that. And then we got to return the this thing here. Okay. If we wanted to finance this, I want to go in here and see how much it would cost to finance it through them. It's either going to be financed through them or it's going to be financed through the bank, one or the other. So I just want to see. Let's go with the vehicle itself. Let's click on this. And then is there a... So here's our finance. So we could put down 5%. We could put down, 10%. This is at 20%. You can see our interest rates here, our monthly costs. And then the final fees are out here. And this is the total costs. And we can choose an option here. So that's, we're looking at about 1,000. So if we did this one here, length of years would be 1 year. 1 year would probably be enough, right? So this would be our payments per month, correct? Yeah, that'd be our payments per month if we put this much down. So you know what? We could put the full $3,000 down that the city gives us. I could put in the $240, and we could actually get this vehicle. So that would be that one. So I'm going to write those numbers down. So for us, it would be, I would probably, there's not much difference between these three here. So final fee, we would have a final fee. So basically, we would have basically 12 payments of $700, and then we'd have one lump sum at the end, which would be, you know, this time next year, we'd have this lump sum here. So that's good to see. Let's close that. All right, let's go back and let's look at what it would cost us to lease, to do the financing on this. So this is another, so this would be $700 a month. So we're basically looking at about the same. So we're basically looking at about $1,700 a month total if we did this option, or we could do the option 4. That would put us about $7,000 due at the end, but it would lower our payments, right? So our payments, I think, would be, I think this was like $700 or $800 before, so that wouldn't be that bad. This is only 20% down. So we'll have to make that decision later. I don't know if we'll do that or not, so that is good to know, but I'm going to go back and write up our invoice. I'm going to get me some food, and then we should be able to get our money from the town. And I don't know what's going to... Oh, I can't see my... I need to get better mirrors. I think we did a great job. I mean, the town looks great. The sidewalks, the people are walking. That's all you could hope for, right? But yeah, I'm going to go back here and make an invoice, send it to the city. And we should get our money. And then we'll see how the next couple days go. Actually, you know what? I'm probably going to... Let me go... Probably go... I have a laptop in the truck. I totally forgot I have a laptop in the truck. It's in the back. Let's just take the laptop. I thought I left it in the camper. But I'm going to take the laptop into the diner over here. We're just going to eat at the diner right across the street from where we live, which is great. And we'll produce the invoice. And I think it was a great day. I think it was a good time. City's happy. I'm happy. Let's just pull it right in here. Right there. Awesome. Shirley's. Treats and eats. It's all we need for a nice day's work.